For the first round of 128, we get none other than the 1-of-1 Lee Sin deck. That is incredible, guys. We are in for a treat. Lee Sin versus MF. That's going to be the very first round of Top Cut. And chat, for those of you just joining us, we do have a co-caster today. He's just running a little bit behind because we stayed up super late last night. For those that joined us in the day one tournament, we stayed up for 13 hours overnight, so our co-caster is still kind of waking up. It's okay though, I'll take over for the show for a little bit, and then once he's in, we'll co-cast together. And oh, Chad, did you see a glimpse in the hand? He did manage to find that Dazzling Aurora. So if he gets something like a Mobilize into a Catalyst of Aeon, that's going to be a very early game Dazzling Aurora. And you guys saw how devastating that can be against any single deck in the meta, even Lee Sin. I mean, I'm trying to think, perhaps Lee Sin has made it this far by main boarding Gear Hate. Things like Adaptatron. I believe that's about it. In a body calm deck, yeah, he would have to be main boarding something like Adaptatron, but it looks like he's just going to simply play out Confront just for a draw one. Oh, he does indeed have a block in hand. Okay, I'm seeing some nice tech cards. It looks like he's electing to go with a just simple Clockwork. He's not going to be using the ability to draw one just to preserve that rune economy since it's so early game, of course. Oh, chat, that is step one. You got the Mobilize online. Going to be channeling one rune. Doesn't have anything like an additional Mobilize because that would be a super advantageous position for this MF. But now Lee Sin has to try to go as fast as possible against this MF because as it stands, MF is still 2 turns from Dazzling Aurora, so trying to maximize the impact you can make with as many little creatures. So if he can spam out at least 2, I mean, realistically, he just needs 1 since he already has the Clockwork on board. And he's thinking where he wants to send it. So does send it to the monastery. Looks like he's going to go up to 1. But no, the Gust going to be bouncing the Clockwork back. Isn't going to elect to respond with anything like a Defy. But I like the quick breather there. Just so the opponent knows he could have something in hand. Oh, I like this. The first mate with the aggression, readying the Poro, sending it into the Aspirant Climb, and now without many runes left, he will be gaining 1 point. So Lee Sin going 1 point up against the MF, but somehow it's just not feeling too fast. I feel like he needed desperately to score 2 points as early as he could. Now I forgot to pop up the battlefields. There they are in English for those that want to take a quick look. Oh, Scrap Heat. We don't get to see it too often. I'll pull it up for us. It reads, when you play, discard, or kill this, you draw 1. So he played it out, draw 1. It synergizes very well with things like Traveling Merchant. When Traveling Merchant discards it, you're drawing 2 versus 1 discard. So it's a really, really good card. I see why MF brings it as well. Alright, so he does end up passing it back to Lee Sin. He gets the hold for the Poro, so he's up to 2 points. He has the first mate at the ready, so able to send it to the Hirana. So possibly getting a total of 3 points. It looks like MF completely exhausted on runes, so that is a clean 3 points able to be had for the Lee Sin. And you know, this looks like a mid-range Lee Sin. He has plenty of units. He has things like Sunlit Guardian, Kiana. So a lot of good medium to small units. The Pit Rookie coming down. Most likely going to be buffing that first mate. Or I wouldn't hate either of these buffs would be nice. Does choose the first mate as the option. And I'm assuming he's just going to keep it super straightforward and gain those 3 points. Yeah, lovely. I'm right there with you. When Dazzling Aurora comes down as soon as the very next turn. And ooh, Lee Sin's signature spell. We don't get to see that too often. To be fair, I don't even remember its name because we don't get to see Lee Sin Let me see if I can find it for us. It looks like Kiana hitting the board. But chat, what is the Lee Sin? There it is, Dragon Rage. I'll pull it up just in case we have it. And thank you, chat. I should have just looked at chat. Thank you so very much. When you move a unit, then you choose another enemy unit. It deals damage equal to his might to each other. So a little bit like challenge, but you move to it, right? Or you move the enemy unit. And then you move an enemy unit, then you choose another enemy unit as its destination. Okay, and then you pretty much do challenge, the card challenge. It's 2 enemies. Yeah, Phoenix. I gotcha. Yeah, we'll see if that Dragon Rage comes into play. It looks like it's a very strong card. But Dazzling Aurora, as we mentioned, finally hitting the board. Let's see what he's going to be hitting at the end of his turn, because there's a good board development on the side of Lee Sin. Granted, they're rather weak. They're not going to be too strong pushing. Lee Sin could have some buffs. And guys, our co-caster Leroy looks like he's in the casting booth. Let's go ahead and pull him up here. Mic check. Leroy, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
There we go. Welcome on in, guys. Give a warm welcome to Leroy joining us for the first round of 128.
Yeah, guys. Hi. I hope everyone's doing good. Sorry to be a little bit late.
It's all good. And hey, look what we're seeing. If you have the stream up, or the Billy stream, it's a Lee Sin, the only one that made day 2, made it on stream. This is going to be so good. It's already been a good match. Lee Sin already finding himself up to 5
Wait, there's
points.
only one Lee Sin that made it today too?
Yeah, only one.
Oh yeah, no, I was on Master E. I just saw green orange and I was like, yeah, it's Master E. And I'm like, only one Master E? Oh no, yeah, Lee Sin.
Lee Sin, yeah.
Crazy.
The single Lee Sin is on stream right now versus an Aurora deck. So he looks like he's in a decent position, but Dazzling Aurora is already online. So this is going to be an uphill climb for him.
How was that? Sulgorger was the first pull of the Aurora. That's terrible though.
Yeah, he didn't have any units in the discard, so the worst hit you could, yeah, the Soul Golger didn't get too much accomplished. You're totally right. And if you're looking, Lee Sin has a good, decent board so far, so he's able to he might be able to score 2 points, and it looks like he will, because looking at MF's runes, they're completely tapped out, so that's a free movement into each battlefield.
Yeah, and with the Kiana, so he's gonna score even more. Oh. Okay. Oh no, wait, Kiana is stopped?
Maybe he retreated. I think that might have been
Oh
it.
yeah. So he got the whole point and retreated Kiana.
And a card we don't get to see too often, that Sunlit Guardian is played out. It's actually a really good card. Not only does it have shield, it also has tank. It's a 3/3 body. Not too bad, right?
Yeah, I think it's maybe a bit underrated. You could consider it in Ari decks where you need to protect the champion, and the problem is that in Ari decks the Yodel exists. It has tank, and yeah, it doesn't have the same body, but still removes Yuga cards, so it's much better. Oh, and we're seeing the signature spell from Lee Sin.
Yeah, I totally forgot his name, but chat thankfully reminded me it was Dragon Rage.
Rage? Okay.
Dragon Rage. Let's see if he's able to hit a better unit off Dazzling, but first things first, he has to go through his turn. He has things like Sabotage, things like Gus. And I didn't get to see that final card in hand for our MF player, but looks like he's going for Sabotage, taking a peek at the hand, choosing a non-unit creature, or a non-unit card, and ooh, that is a good hand. 2 signature spells. He might be running all 3, right? If you have 2 in hand, it's very likely. And oh, he's actually taking notes. This is interesting.
Yep, this guy is not here to mess around.
Yeah, you can see why he made it so far, because in Riftbound, you're allowed to take notes. So when something like Sabotage hits the board, might as well write some notes. That way you don't have to waste any mental effort remembering what your opponent has. Just take a quick peek at your notepad, and that way you can preserve some energy, because any little ounce of energy you could preserve, maybe that makes a difference when you're having to deal with these high intense situations like these final top cut rounds. So I can respect that, and I'm excited to see someone making use, because we talked about it yesterday, right, Leroy? We said, why is no one taking notes?
Yeah, and we were like, that's where I think, yeah, you were telling me that in a lot of TCG that's not common to take
Yeah,
notes,
not too
and so
common.
maybe that's why people are not used to yet. But yeah, when you see VGC Pokemon, tons of notes every time, so there's no reason why you would not take notes, especially no. You told me it's open deck list in this format.
From my understanding, I know the regionals were open deck list, but look what we saw. We saw the block coming in, but the Gus pretty much neutralizing that block. So still the MF is going to get the hit. And did he play the Mind Splitter, or was that from Dazzling? I believe that's Dazzling, right?
Yeah, no, the Mind Splitter was from Dazzling. He played the Misfortune.
Yeah, Mind Splitter, pretty much the best target you can hit off Dazzling Aurora. Is pretty much like Sabotage, but times 2, right? Mind Splitter goes crazy. Not only can you could just pick any single card from your opponent's hand and
you can
remove
discard
it.
units. You can discard units. You can discard a Watcher.
Yeah, I think it's literally anything. It just says choose a card. So any card in your opponent's deck, go ahead and throw it into the trash pile. So super strong, and on top of that, it's a 7 might unit, so it's not easily taken down.
Yeah, and the worst part is it's not easy taken down, but you take it down. Usually, you will kill your Mind Splitter, and there it went unlucky. But usually, you got a Soul Gorger that comes back, and that will discard you like your one last card, and you're just like, all right, can I just play, please? Can I? No, am I allowed to exist?
Yeah, that is true. And look what hit the board. The champion from Lee Sin played it with Accelerated. So played it for a total of, did he? Oh no. Yeah, he did play with Accelerate, right? Oh no, he recycled the rune that he tapped. That's right. So he did pay 7 for it. So has a lot of options. Has so many cards on board. I'm sure he's looking at Aspirant Climb. That one looks like the easy one. The other one though, Soul Golger, which is at 5, and Mind Splitter, which is at 7. So a total of 12 might on that battlefield. So that one's going to be a little tricky. He might have enough. Maybe not. I mean, I think he has the raw power, but does he want to use all those units just to take down 2 MF units, right?
Yeah, I'm wondering. Wow. Wait. You can just wait a bit, stack the buff on the Lee Sin and make it big enough so that you can remove stuff, but on the other end, the Aura will just make this board bigger and bigger. And you can't stack too much the other battlefield.
Yeah, looks like he decided to put a buff on first mate, so it goes up to 4 might. Clockwork has 2, so a total of 5. I think he's looking to trade evenly with the MF so far. Oh no, did it survive? What?
No, the MF is at 5 might, and okay. he got the buff, so it was at 6.
Oh, right. 4 plus 2 is indeed 6. Forgive me for that. So yeah, Clockwork does survive, gets the Conquer, so up to 6. And let me try to refresh, because I'm seeing a slight lag on the Chinese stream. Let me hit a quick refresh, make sure we're all up to date.
What's the card under Kiana? It's a buff. It just means he gets +1. This being said, unit cannot have 2 buffs except for the champion Lee Sin right now.
Yeah, the green one. The green champion listing could get an infinite amount of buffs, but usually buffs are just a one-time permanent on a unit. And right now the ones that have buff are that Sunlit Guardian, the Kiana, and I think those are the only units. I wish they would bring the overlay back to the board because he's blocking a bit of the cards, but I guess they're just trying to show their game faces so far. These guys are trying to find the line. Lee Sin saying, can I commit this board to take down the Monastery of Hirana?
Okay, the card that's on the battlefield right now, it's the Clockwork Epoch, so it's the 2 might 2 cost unit. And basically, you pay, you can recycle 1 green when it enters as optional. It's kind of like an accelerate, but you don't pay 1 mana, it's just recycle 1 green and you draw a card. And it's, in my mind, quite an underrated card because you can play it as a turn 2 to open the battle, to open the game. And when you get it later on, you can just use it as a draw cycle thingy, little unit. So I think it's really strong.
Oh, I love it. Legend ability activated for MF, giving that Mind Splitter, ganking, hopping over to Aspirin Climb, taking down the clock where we were just talking about, but it looks like he played directly. Oh, no. He passed already and Dazzling hit Death Bloom?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's got 3 cards in hand.
And Phoenix, the battlefields are a little bit, they're small, but hopefully you guys can read that. Each player has their battlefield above their units. If you can see it on the lower left corner and lower right corner. But the one on the right is Monastery of Hirana. And then the one on the left is the World's Bundle promo Aspirin Climb. So it looks different than your usual Aspirin Climb. Does go with the Hourglass just to potentially keep one of these safe. But man, this is what Dazzling Auroras do. They fall a little behind early game as they tend to do. But once the Aurora is online, it's almost, we said it yesterday, it's like a fortified brick wall with extra cement. You just can't get through them. You got Death Bloom, the Soul Goger, the Mind Splitter. And Lee Sin has a lot of units, but they're going to have to add up a lot more than they currently have, right? Because it's just 4 might, 2 might, 3 might, and then the Lee Sin I believe has 5 might. So little by little, perhaps maybe with these buffs from the leader and from the pit rookie could maybe help out, but still these units are massive on MF's board so far.
And with the Gun King, it will be just so hard to hold on the battlefield. And if you stack all of your units, you're exposed to the bullet time.
Oh, it does go for the Gust. I was almost scared that was going to be a bullet time commitment, but Gustaporo back to hand. It is 3 or less because it does have shield that's going to be activated on defense, and that won't be enough to get over the 7 might on the Mind Splitter. So that was an unfortunate turn of events. He thought he could commit to the Aspirant Climb, but backfiring with a simple 1-cost Gust. Gust is underrated, don't you think? It's a strong card, especially against aggro decks.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's underrated because I feel like people know how strong it is now. It has been underrated, but since Gust is the reason why Annie rose so much, don't you think? Because that's what allows her to be so aggressive in early. And when the opponent tried to contest points and so on, she just goes like, nope, bye-bye.
Yeah, it's so hard. And in Riftbound, like a lot of TCGs, tempo is king. You want to control that tempo. You want to control your points. Try to get ahead, because once you're ahead, it kind of like a little bit of a rolling ball going downhill. You could keep it. The only exception is sometimes when you're going against these Aurora decks, they put a hard stop on that big rolling ball, as we're seeing Lee Sin kind of encountering now. Off to the races early on, managed to get up to 5, good and strong. Now he's kind of struggling finishing out these last remaining points. Finds himself at 6. He needs 2 more, but these last 2 points, they almost feel like infinitely far away, don't they?
Yeah. How do you get back? How do you? Yeah, it's just gonna go with Lee Sin and the Sunlit Guardian, and
real quick to answer a question, it was the Zonya's Hourglass. Remember, that was a
Oh
gear.
yeah.
When a unit dies, you're able to recall it instead of sending it to the trash, which made the Kiana come back to the base. Is that exactly what ended up happening? So isn't able to conquer any battlefield, passes it back. MF going from 4 to 5 to 6, tying things up just like that. And this is not looking good for our only Lee Sin player in the entirety of the top 28 or the top 128. Ouch. I think that was a big turn. Big turn. If Lee Sin wasn't able to conquer that very turn, what's going to change going forward with an additional
No,
turn and an additional Dazzling Aurora proc?
it's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's GG.
MF Aurora, or I should just say Aurora period. Such a strong card. Perhaps if there was such thing as a ban or limitless, I think that one is at the forefront of everyone's list. And another Mind Splitter that is disastrous for the Lee Sin. If there was any glimmer of hope of coming back, it has completely been nullified with that Mind Splitter.
Yeah, and you're right. I think Aura would be so much less oppressive if you could only have 2 of it, or yeah, that's just any kind of limitation would be great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look at the top 5. I'll even look at the top 10. Or maybe not. Maybe top 10 is pretty much the same thing. But top 5 is a pretty good compromise. You're still looking through a good amount of your deck, but it really limits them, because sometimes you're seeing MF go through 8, 6, so many cards, right? That's why it allows them to only play about 10 to 12 units in the whole deck, because they know they're able to filter on and on and on. So I think it would allow them to have to build their deck differently, which would in turn make it a little bit weaker, of course.
Yeah, and wait, I'm having the stream is kind of crashing. Wait.
It's okay. Nothing too much is going on as of now. He's
Okay,
deciding his turn.
It's back.
Yeah, Leroy, I noticed that too. Mine was a little laggy, but so far so good. I just hit the quick refresh on the lower bottom.
Yeah. Mine probably just took a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look what he's playing. I like the set Brawler in Lee Sin. He's able to give buffs easily and effectively onto that Brawler. So I like that in a Lee Sin. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the only problem is that it's too little too late, because now I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I think for any play, it's a little too late. He tries to go for a charm, moves it over to the monastery, leaving behind just a 5 might soul golger. So he is going to be able to get up to 7. But look at all those runes available to MF. I'll be a tiny bit scared of something like Bullet Time, but perhaps he doesn't have it in those last 2 cards.
Fight or flight. Yeah, and he's like, okay, I'm done.
Done indeed. That is a GG. You can't conquer the Soul Golger, so passing it forward and moving on to game 2.
In the end, it's like, do I make a better use of my battlefield than my opponent? And there are so many decks that uses Dreaming Tree better than Lee Sin or Yi, and because of that, I'm not sure. It feels like, yeah, I'm gonna play that because I like card draw and I need this battlefield to be there. But if he plays like Zones Warrant or something like that, I will just show how like clunky it is for Lee Sin to have good battlefield. And I saw someone take 45 position. I think that could be a good thing actually, to give it that boost that Yi has and he doesn't. So I like that idea.
And look, Leroy, it looks like it was on guard, so he does run him. He does run some combat tricks to take advantage of Dreaming Tree, so we'll see if they come into play this very game. And I see an inverted timeline, so no mobilize, no ramp. This is exactly what Lee Sin has to expect from his opponent. If he's going to get really ahead, there's a chance, especially with MF being on the play or on the draw.
The Kiana on turn 2 can be so strong, because that's how you get accelerated then. No, it's not gonna... Oh yeah, no, he still has enough. Kiana accelerated is amazing because you can stack up some runes or some card draw really easily. And if MF, just like you said, has no ramp early on, Kiana is just going to decimate everything.
Yeah, I like that. Let's see if it ends up playing out because MF might not have too much early game to play. Goes with a stacked deck to try to dig for a little bit better cards in hand. I mean, he got the Catalyst of Aeon, so instantly snatched that, put into hand, and he does have enough runes to get it out the way right here, right now. So that's exactly what Stack Deck is made for in this MF deck. Getting the cards you need, filtering through the top 3 is so powerful in any TCG, and Riftbound being no exception. So ramping into the range of a turn 3 Dazzling Aurora, if he has it in hand. I haven't been able to look. Have you seen?
He has. He
Wow.
has.
He does.
Yay.
It looks like he has.
It's another 10-3 dazzling.
Whoop-de-doo.
Everybody, clap your hands.
Everyone, the 1-2
You know
punch.
he's gonna put the dead bloom first.
Exactly how Dazzling Aurora's deck seemingly so do every single time. So let's see how Lee Sin can maybe adjust, knowing that turn 3 Dazzling Aurora is on the horizon. Thinking about the Kiana though, are you thinking about channeling more runes, or are you prioritizing more card economy in your hand?
I think I'm just trying to find my Dragon's Rage.
Okay, I like that. I think that's correct. I think you do want to find that signature spell as soon as possible. So I do like the draw from Kiana. Let's see if our Lee Sin player decides to do just that. So saying no reaction goes up to 3. And saying Kiana ability and does draw. And it's an hourglass. So it doesn't find the Dragon Rage just yet.
Yeah. It will retreat the Kiana.
Oh, that's a good play. Keeping it safe for the follow-up turn.
Yeah.
In case it is, or I should just say in case, not even in case,
Yes.
because the Dead Bloom is coming.
Yeah, because the dead bloom is,
Yeah,
know,
not
you're
in
right,
case,
you know
not
it.
maybe, you know it will. I mean, to be fair, maybe it's going to be a Mind Splitter or a Soul Goger. I mean, we saw some good units from that MF deck, so anything she hits from the Dazzling Aurora, it doesn't feel too bad. Of course, there's no units in the trash right now, so Soul Goger wouldn't feel that bad. At least as a 5 might unit, virtually for free.
And Kiana will be buffed. So right now, yeah, he's using his mana well, spending everything to get his units online. He's not spending a lot of... he's not recycling a lot. So it could go... I mean, it's going as well as it could go for Lee. But we can say the same about the Aura player.
Yeah, let's see what he's going to be hitting off the top. Going through 3,
no.
going through 4, and it's even crazier than a Dead Bloom. It's the Orange Volibear coming from the 4th card in the deck. I believe that's the one where if your opponent attacks another battlefield that this Volibear is at, you're going to be able to draw. So yeah, when an opponent moves to a battlefield that I'm not in, that's not mine as it reads, you draw 1. So it's another card advantage type card. So not too bad because MF likes to draw. Yeah, it's still a good card nonetheless. 10 might unit. You never want to see it in your hand like we saw in that one game against Yasuo, right?
Yeah, that was so bad for the Misfortune chat. The 2 of them in her hand. And she couldn't do anything.
And it looks like Lee Sin is reading it carefully. Doesn't see the orange Volibear too often. Thinking about it, saying, how am I gonna take this Volibear once it hits a battlefield? How am I gonna be able to deal with it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think, but yeah, needs this opponent to have 2 Volibears and just Dragon's Rage them.
Right. Alright, from this position though, is most likely able to conquer 2 battlefields this turn, but 5 might be all he might be able to get this game to. Let's see. Unless, so plays the accelerated Lee Sin, of course, without the additional cost, just directly onto the battlefield. Oh, the charm. Okay. So 10 to, what is that? 5 plus the tank.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's cool. That's a good play. So enough to take down
That
the
was really
10
smart.
Volibear might.
And now you're just going to, yep, and get your card. Okay, we're playing. He's alive. And we got the Defy. We got the Defy for the freaking sabotage. When it comes on to try to get rid of the Dragon Rage if he draws it.
Oh, you're so right. This could be the moment Lee Sin needed to take over. The charm coming in super clutch at the perfect time, able to take down that massive Volibear. It would. Does Soul Goger have a limit? It doesn't say any card from the trash, because that would be pretty insane to bring out a Volibear back.
It's any card. Yeah, it's any card from the trash.
Wow, Soul Goger so strong. Why we're seeing it in the top 128. Let's see. Of course, she's gonna play out her turn first, just to see what she has. I didn't see any units. I saw a lot of ramp spells, but I didn't see any units so far. So MF doing some quick math, saying, can I at least get rid of one of these battlefields? Because if I'm not able to hit a Dead Bloom from the top, and I can't, do you trigger the Defy? I mean, you have to, right? If not, it's just gonna be taken.
No, you don't care, because it's like, it's going to take away the Defy, so you would just be spending one more.
Okay.
You would just be recycling one more rune for no reason.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because then if he doesn't choose Defy, he goes for the On Guard.
And you're fine with that. You're fine with the On Guard, I think.
Yeah, you're fine with the On Guard, but what you're not fine with is another one, Dazzling Aurora number 2, and that makes the Volibear number 2 hitting the board. Oh man, things might be looking a bit up for this MF player. She has quite the discrepancy to catch up on points so far, but 5 isn't 6.
And of course, the freaking goddamn Bloom.
That is right, Dead Bloom, the monstrous demon, coming in and conquering Obelisk of Power most likely, because the On Guard was taken out from the hand, so you know you don't have any buff capabilities.
It could have been worse. It could have been Dead Bloom and then Volibear to just lock the battlefield.
That's true. It could have been the other way around. You're so right.
Let's stay positive, but I think it's over.
Yeah, and it's tough to say. That is a tough pill to swallow. When you're at 6 points, you feel like I have 2 more
Discipline
points.
Is good. Discipline is good. You can draw 2.
Yeah, you could draw 2 if you elect to do it on the Lee Sin, on that Dreaming Tree. Trying to find the Dragon Rage. Let's see how impactful Dragon Rage would be right now. You can target the Volibear. You could target the Dead Bloom. It's going to come at a deflect cost, so you're going to force to recycle one. But the 10 might will be able to kill the Dead Bloom since it's only at 8 might. But you're still leaving behind Volibear. So perhaps not the biggest impact, but at least you're getting rid of one of those units on board.
Yeah. And if you can stack both of the battlefield, it's like, can MF retake it after? Do you have any other choice, basically?
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
He's going to use the Clockwork.
Does he? Okay. Yeah, Clockwork with the additional cost, just to see more available information. And unfortunately, won't be the Dragon Rage, will be the first mate. So could do something like retreat the Lee Sin, ready it with the first mate. That's going to be enough raw might power to get over the Obelisk of Power. But it's still going to take at least 2 to 3 units. Lee Sin is a 5 might unit. You need something with the 3. So first mate, the one that's readied already.
Lee Sin is 6.
It's 6? Oh, yeah. It is 6.
Yeah, it's 6. Are there any deck lists available yet? No, they will be available on Rune and Rift Twitter on Monday, most likely. Right now we don't have them, and if you want to find them, you need a VPN and mastery of Chinese and of Chinese social media.
No, there's ways, but what Leroy is saying is they're just not even out yet. What Riftbound does is they do the deck list based off placing. So they need the final placing before they release the deck list. So they want to say this was the first place deck list, second place deck list, so on and so forth, all the way down to the 128th player. So once the final placings are set, then they'll most likely release those deck lists.
You see, just see what I just see?
What did we see? I was looking over
That's a
at
rune
chat.
prison. That's a rune prison.
Oh, okay. And now we're cooking up Room Prison in hand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Room Prison on a Dead Bloom. Still gonna cost it's still gonna cost the deflect cost, but it won't. It'll let all your units survive.
He won't use it right now. He won't use it right now, but that might do something later. Right now, it's just going to go with listen, knowing it will be removed by the bear. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's basically lacking 2 mana, because if he had the rune prison available, that would be good. He's just going to recycle 1, put the block. No?
Oh, doesn't want to hide. I wonder why. Maybe he did the math and calculated how many runes he would like to have for the follow-up turn. But that's interesting. I noticed Lee Sin buffs himself because he says he reads buff friendly units at my battlefield, right? Or buff other friendly. Oh, no, it doesn't buff because it says other, of course. So he just has a +1. Wait, he has a +1 from a buff?
Well,
why does he have +2?
What's the text again?
Oh, no. He had the discipline, it looks like, because he was able to pull the discipline. I must have missed it. But it reads other buff units have +2 on a battlefield. So unlike Set Kingpin, Set Kingpin would use himself to gain the buff. Lee Sin does not use himself.
Yeah, the thing is you can't let it die. I think you just stack the battlefield like crazy and use the block and pray that you can maintain it for a turn.
I like that. There's only one Volley Bear. If there's not a follow a Dead Bloom, that could be enough. Let's see if he wants to do it, because how much total might is that going to be? That's going to be 6. The 1 buff brings it up to 7. Kiana's up at 5 right now.
How much might is Misfortune? Is it 4, 5?
I believe it's 5.
Because then you could
4,
have...
I'll double check.
No, I think it's 5. This one is 5. The other one is 4.
Yeah, 5. Yeah. Sometimes we confuse those MF. This one is 5. The one he currently has. The other purple one is 4.
Because he could have played the block on the Poro and play something else with the Poro. And so... now Volley has to go on Lee Sin's battlefield, and yeah, you can play the deck hand with the Poro and maybe Kiana with the Lee Sin, and make it quite hectic to reconquer both of them.
You know, I like what this Lee Sin player is really thinking about. He's going with the strategy of splitting his resources among both battlefields.
Put the Kiana with it.
Yeah,
you're not
I agree.
going to be able to reconquer. And it gets the plus from the buff. Come on.
It does. It gets the +1 from the Lee Sin ability, right? So it'll go up to 6 total might. So it'll be 6, 12. So the Volley Bear alone wouldn't be able to conquer, forcing him to go to the other battlefield. But you still have the block. Block has to target the battlefield that is currently hidden under. So it's tough. It looks like he might be able to hold the Obelisk of Power. Is looking pretty good. All he needs is one hold, Leroy. Is our Lee Sin player going to be taking us to a game 3? We are talking about a double dazzling. We've only seen one Dead Bloom. Let's see what this Volley Bear has.
Yeah. And it's like... oh, it goes up to 10.
Yeah, it has shield 3. It's a massive +3 might on defense. And if there was other units, it would gain a taint too. So it trades 1 for 1. Oh, the Soul Gorger.
Yeah, but why do you play Soul Gorger? It's like what you're going to retrieve. Oh yeah, the Dead Bloom, of course.
Yeah, look at that. He thought he could commit, and now to make
Oh, and the
matters
Mind
worse.
Splitter is going to no, the Mind Splitter is going to deny the Rune Prison. Oh no, that's so sad.
Oh, the Lee Sin had a little bit of hope. He thought the Rune Prison. Oh, you can't even defy, even if it was. And oh, you know, there's a meme. There is a meme video that I have that I haven't posted yet. Is what it feels like to go against the MF Aurora deck and they hit back-to-back Mind Splitters. I can't believe we saw the meme live in action. Think about that. You had 2 cards in hand, rather 2 good cards in hand, and and Mind Splitter just like that,
Yeah.
removing them, and now you're forced to top deck that. Dreaming Tree Battlefield is going nowhere. With the first mate Clockwork and a Kiana currently in the base of Lee Sin, that's just not enough. I mean, even a Dragon Rage at this point might not be. I mean, a Dragon Rage would be strong. You could get rid of 2 Mind Splitters with a Dragon Rage, but that's about all you're accomplishing with that.
Yeah. He needs to conquer with Kiana and draw and see what he can do. But see, if he played the Kiana with the... Is block when you defend alone only?
It's shield 3. No, it's not when you defend alone. As you choose a
Then
unit.
why didn't he play the Kiana? I don't get it.
Yeah, it simply reads when you give a unit, or I'll put it on the Lee Sin side, give a unit +3 shield. So it does make sense because then it would have activated. It looks like he's going for it this time around. Oh, and I think he's going with the game plan you said earlier. Just stack everything, throw everything onto the Obelisk of Power, and just pray those Dazzling Auroras don't hit another Dead Bloom, because I think at this point there's only 1 left in the deck. So that's going to be 8 plus
Yeah,
the
but
5 from the
he can have
Gorger.
the bullet time.
Oh, true. To be fair, we haven't seen any bullet times, but I'm sure MF at least has 1 of them in the deck. We've seen other MF deck lists. They have run
I
it.
saw one, it just update it.
Oh, did you
It
see
just
what he
update it.
drew?
It's to update it and see if he did it last time, he was protected from the bullet time, and now it's not anymore.
Ouch. And
Oh,
we
no,
don't
there's
get
the
to see that
ganking.
card
There's
too
the
often.
ganking anyway.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was the play last. If he did play the Kiana last round, I think he won the game.
I think so. Perhaps a different situation if he would have backed that up, back up the Lee Sin. And what is the card he just played? I don't get to see it. It's showing in Chinese. I'll pull it up in English for the stream. Why can't I find it? Oh man, a little frustrating that. Why? Alright, I'll look for it another time, but either or, it looks like these Dazzling Auroras are a little bit too much, and I think he's conceding. The MF player going to be taken down in a 2-0 fashion, progressing forward into the round of top 64.